Roses are red, violets are bliss. How much money for a cup of your piss? Hello, it is I, the Baron of Bussy, Mr. Double Digits. I did a poll, and you creatures asked that I play this godforsaken game again. To be short, SNK did a dating sim. I seduced Iori, and now up is down, left is right, and my asshole is sore. A gentleman in the comments of the original video requested I go ahead and attempt to plough the bussy field of ash crimson, and after 72 hours of water torture, I finally decided to do it. Now, we're going to go ahead and skip the meet everybody sequence that happens at the start of the game. We've been through that once, I don't feel like we need to go through it again. So day 1, I bring snacks to school. This summons Terry. He tells me they were delicious as he consumes them. I'm not even after you, bro, but then I can't stay mad at this guy, he's so fucking nice. Points to you, Terry, maybe next time, we'll see. I select Ash as my prey, and I ready myself to conquer the truest femboy. He can usually be found at the school, as, he's a student. Look, in the game I'm only 16, that makes this okay. I ain't no Drake, okay? Don't worry about it, just don't question it. At lunch, he appears to call us commoners. He covers the whole goddamn room in white roses. I did this in my school once, but it was with fucking asbestos. Anyway, Kaori, the worst best friend, shows up, telling him to clean this crap up. Ash tells her to be silent and gives me some pink roses. They are delicious. Kaori tells me we should head to the disabled toilets to fuck later on. Kaori asks if I prefer pretty men or rugged men. Well, I know who I'm hunting. She follows up by asking if I'd like to get groomed. See, this is why I don't like Kaori. She's kind of a huge cunt. Back in class, Ash is getting his butler to fan him down. In his full suit, he finds it gets too hot. Jesus Christ, how is the actual murderer more refined? He then insults my clothes, says his butler isn't a slave, and then makes sure that his butler says he enjoys the job. I choose not to think too hard about this. On the way home, I briefly encounter Kyo, who offers me some MD. It's 10 in the morning, bro, chill. Ash isn't available, so I head back home to get changed out of my commoner clothes, but I hear a strange noise. This odd, inhuman slurping penetrates the tranquil atmosphere. Suddenly, Albert bursts into my room. Dude, I'm 16. Get out of here. He calls me skinny, wishing to fatten me up. Then he refers to himself as the fat chick thriller as he crawls away. Oh, ass. Yes, ass is fine. Kaori, the unfathomable bitch, says she's going to make me take part in a blind date. I ignore her. At school, there is a red carpet rolled out. Ash tells me to get my peasant ass out of the way as he enters on a solid gold Segway. Following this, we get an Iori scene at the gig. See the previous video. He beats up a dude, tells me to get the fuck out of the way. I shit myself and obey. After changing my pantaloons, we encounter Ash. What the fuck are you wearing? The fucking outfit, what the shit is this? He looks like the most disappointing male stripper in Detroit. Fuck me, if he popped out of a cake, I'd push him right back in. Oh, Jesus, you're rich, dude. Don't you own a fucking mirror? You chose to wake up and wear that? God. Anyway, he's on a shopping trip when we stroll over to say hello. We notice his slave/butler is carrying all of his purchases, but we choose not to comment on it. It seems I picked the right perfume because Ash actually notices me. He offers to be my sugar daddy, which I refuse on principle. He then tells me he's got secret skills. When did I ask? Kaori, the unlikable sow, tells me about a sale going on in town. Don't fucking do that, and then Ash appears to call us poor. I tell him he has no friends. He's apparently happy being a Billy No-Mates. We mock his yee-ass haircut and leave. Later, he's wearing that fucking outfit again. Dude, it's not working, okay? call it quits. At home, Albert is writing his manifesto. I ask him why someone so young is doing this. He tells me he dreams about ruling this town. I go to my room and I place a chair underneath my door handle. At school, it's boys' cleaning day. You know he's not going to participate. Don't be silly, he's not going to fucking do this. He claims he's allergic to cleaning and immediately fucks off. Eat the rich. Later, the bell rings and I run back to class full sprint. Ash says everyone is being called outside. I think it's a fire drill, so I panic and run, shoving every other student out of my way as I do so. Nope, he was just fucking with me. What do people see in this guy? The next day, Prince Knobhead demands that I entertain him. I slowly reach for my Glock, recently acquired from the back of Soldier of Fortune magazine. Kaori appears to be a bitch. Ash says school is boring, which... he's not wrong. It is. I don't know why some media like to present it as something interesting. No, school is dull as fuck. To liven things up, he throws jewelry everywhere. Hang on a second. Is Butler, is that Oswald? Dude, like, what are you doing here? Are you like an assassin? Don't you have like people to be killing right now? Why have you become a butler? What the fuck? Later, Shingo appears. I don't believe you can date him. Sorry, bud. If I could, I would. Shingo later becomes a 4chaner. Kyo appears in town, huffing a lighter. Ash and Oswald show up. Kyo calls him Shaw. Ash retaliates by asking if Kyo is my brother. Kyo gets offended. What the fuck, bro? Ash becomes base for a brief moment before Kyo asks if he can kick his ass. God, I'm so tempted. Ugh. Now, it's at the point that I notice encountering Ash is actually quite rare. He doesn't show up sometimes on the town screen, which leads me to accidentally starting the rock route. Sorry, bud. I don't fuck with daddy issues. At the arcade, Kaori, the human embodiment of meh, wants to play ping pong with us. At an arcade, you want to play ping pong. God, you're just the worst, aren't you? Ash pops in and is somehow taught into playing ping pong, a commoner's sport. He wins when I produce a large industrial fan to assist. Fuck Ash, but double fuck Kaori. Back at the learning building, the class president's pet parrot has gone missing. I seem to think it's a fucking conspiracy, and teachers begin to search bags. I hide my N16 in somewhere unmentionable. Naturally, the Twinkie dickhead has it. When asked if he likes birds, Ash mocks Kaori. He's beginning to grow on me. Later that night, Kaori calls me up asking me if I like a stylish guy. I guess? Sure. The next morning, I wear a skirt and... oh shit! Shenwu, Dulon! What's up, guys? I dragged you into this, huh? I called them over and Ash shoots me a stern look. Dude, chill out. He blushes, copes, and seethes. And then, he fucks off. I don't know if that was progress, but I'll take it. I try to study in class, when Ash appears to call me a stupid commoner. Dude, I just don't want to fail. He tells me to vibe. I remember how useless Dark Ash is in KOF 13, and all is well. At basketball practice, I tell the cheerleaders to shut the fuck up. I then realize that this is part of Rock's route, reload my save, and shut the fuck up myself. I'm after a different Twink Rocky. Ash shows up and... is pleasant? Concerning. As we pass by the court, Terry heads over to ask us to play. Ash rudely says no. So Terry... At lunch, me and Kaori, the disappointment, head to the roof so she can eat and I can consider pushing her off. I call Ash lonely and invite him. He says he's not, and then goes back to being alone in the corner. At home, I no longer feel safe, as Alba has gotten drunk and keeps talking about help me. The next day, K-Dash shows up at school. In that outfit. How is he getting away with that? I can't have my fucking shoulders out, but he can dress like fucking leather bondage gear? Ash suddenly goes on a rant about dirty people. This may be racially charged, but I can forgive him because he's cute. Skipping to the next day, people are simping over rock in class. Ash doesn't like this and proceeds to rant about how he has more humanity. I don't know what this means, but it's also coming from a man who chooses to have that hair. It's against nature. The following day, it is the sports festival. Ash chills in the shade, getting fanned by his slave. I join him because, fuck it, if you can't beat him, join him. Our classmates start hating, so I add their names to my list. They will be coming to school tomorrow. On the first day of summer, I help a woman find a lost mirror. For a brief moment, I thought it may be Chizuru, but it is just some old Japanese bint. Ash is there. He says something, but Google Lens fails me. He calls me cute at the end of it. I'll take that as a win. At home, Albert is reading about chi. I don't know what for, but I am now scared for the world as a whole. At the music venue, the world's politest man, Yoriyagami, is raging because somebody has stolen his guitar pick. Reasonable. I've seen Isa do that plenty of times. Naturally, it was Ash. This leads to... Ash heads to Ryo's dojo just to roast the place. I ask him if he'd like to give karate a go. He calls me poor, dirty, and barbaric. This has to be progress of some kind. Finally, we've reached the home stretch. The rudest bussy owner is at the basketball court reading a book on philosophy, like a big fucking nerd. We managed to finally have our first proper conversation. It's about philosophy. He's still a prick, but at least he's fucking cultured. Following this, we encounter him in town, where he appears to be in a foul mood. Oh no, someone dropped his dummy. He tries to intimidate me, but he's still wearing that outfit. Look at yourself, brother. We invite him to go and get some sweets. He tells us to eat shit. We say, "We're friends, bud." He's shocked at our niceness, not realizing that I am a fully grown man on the internet trying to virtually date him for a YouTube video. Back at school, me and Kaori, the reason everything in the world beautiful will eventually die, are having a nice chat. It's interrupted by Ash informing us that women are bitches and don't actually like one another. I refute this, despite the fact I have been actively shit-talking Kaori at every opportunity. The next day is my birthday. I go to a bar. Based. I intend to get myself a cake at the bar for some... I don't know what the fuck, when Ash shows up and tells me I have a mustache. He follows up by doing my nails, so it's kind of okay, but like, dude, have you ever communicated with a woman before? Jesus. Cheers for the nails though, mate. Much appreciated. The fuck. Shen and Julon visit Ash at school. I question the presence of two grown-ass men in a school, but then remember that Alba hasn't realized you can do that and decide to keep my mouth shut. I don't know where his listening devices could be. The following morning, my virtual mother asks to meet Ash. Anyway, Kaori summons me to the classroom where a trophy I won at the sports fair has been stolen. Shit, at my school, we just got sunburned for winning. Ash shows up, is accused, and I back him up. I don't think he fucking did this. No way in hell. I spend the whole night searching for it and I don't find a fucking thing. In the morning, Alba, currently hanging from the ceiling, tells me I look grumpy, and he doesn't like grumpy. Unrelated, I need to buy pepper spray. I flee to the bar, which lets in high schoolers for some reason, where Kaori, the bane of my sad existence, tells me, "Fuck the trophy, you getting any dick?" I tell her I've got a train waiting to leave the station. I'm lying, but I don't want to give this bitch anything to go off. In town, I realize Kaori might just be a bad friend. Ash, looking sus, shows up. I drag him to the arcade to play a best to 10 in Melty Blood. Maids only. I win. After that, we head to the bar and engage in underage drinking. We have a good time. I get home late when Alba fades in, saying I look a lot happier. I did have a lovely time with Ash, but quickly leave when I realize Alba hasn't been wearing pants this whole time. The next day, Ash says hanging out with me is like charity. I actually laughed at this one. We played badminton, the worst version of tennis, and I almost faint. Ash catches me and doesn't immediately hit me with an Azuna drop. Very pleasant of him. Ash starts telling me his parents never gave him any attention, how he's always felt isolated because of this, how his grandfather, a wooden craftsman, was the only one to really spend time with him. His grandfather has passed, and he insinuates this is why he's such a little bastard. I say no shit! Kaori calls me, summoning me to the gig venue. More shit has been stolen. I believe Ash has been stealing this stuff because Grandpa Crimson was the one who made them. I explain everything to Alba, continually blocking his attempts to roofie my drink. I decide to trust that Ash hasn't been doing this, not because I think he's innocent, but because I think this video needs to end, and I think it is the correct choice of this route. The next morning, I hang out with Ryo to clear my head, before going for a run alongside the nearby river. This is an important event spot, so I'm not shocked when I find all of my classmates ready to kick Ash's ass for stealing all that shit. They could have been doing this because he's been such a prick, that would be a good reason too, but in this case, it's for the theft. I defend him, going full ace attorney. I believe in Ash. I don't think he would do this. Would he stoop to this level? Of course not. He's rich. What's he got to steal for? Ash admits it. He just fucking admits it. I think anyway, Google Lens kind of let me down here. This bit may not be accurate, but every single other thing in this video is 100% accurate, trust me. He claims he did it all for shits and gigs. Which I can fucking believe. Look at him. I try to get the real reason, but he keeps doubling down, so I slapped the shit out of him. He starts crying. We were friends, dude. I stuck up for you. And this is what you do? I'm not even angry. No, I'm really angry and I'm disappointed. I leave with a sore hand and fury in my blood. As I storm through town, Kyo appears. He sees my mood and he offers me an edible. I take him up on it and... Whoa. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh, wow, this is weird. But for real, we burst into tears and make things so embarrassing for Kyo that he feels like he needs to go elsewhere. He needs to take us elsewhere because he doesn't want to be seen in the presence of a crying woman. Dick. We finally calm down. Kyo tells us about how the lizard people are taking over, and then tells us I had good times with Ash, and that he probably had a good time too. He let his mask slip around us. Maybe he is a prick, but maybe he's our prick. He bogarts the joint before eating the roach. I start going around town, trying to find that little bastard. Finally, I track him down to the classroom. He has returned the trophy. And he says that he's leaving, transferring schools. I tell him he's not leaving. He tells me to stop acting like an idiot. I refuse. And he tells me our friendship was all a lie, and fucks off out of the classroom. Wandering the streets searching for him, I encounter the spriteless butler, Oswald. He tells me a story about the femboy, which I skip through. TLDR, Ash is sad. Go help him. And with that, it's time for the final day. I speed through Alba's scene. You can only stare into the abyss for so long before you have to blink. We locate Ash entering the concert hall. I sneak in, not paying for a ticket. Ash has made me rebellious. Naturally, he's here to steal shit again. I grab him by his disgusting weave and pull him back. I don't care if you hate me, I wail. He confesses he doesn't. He is just trying to get back his grandpa's work. His parents sold everything when he died. He just wants to have a piece of the only man who ever cared about him. He misses him. This sad, lonely boy. I whisper lovingly, that's still a crime, and crime is for poor people. Suddenly the place is on fire. Ash knocked over an ashtray on the way in, and we're getting close to having an inferno on our hands, and soon in our hands. As Ash reclaims his grandfather's work and starts monologuing, I remind him that, dude, this place is on fucking fire. Let's go! He throws us and his grandfather's work out of the exit, closing the door behind him. He decides he's going to die here, and tells us we made him happy. With my bussy on the line, I try to break the door down to no avail, using Ryo's 1,000-punch technique to attempt to do the job. Doesn't work. Ash remains in the flames. Until the fire service gets here and drags us both out. The fuck? Kaori is outside being a bitch. Ash is fine, and as we... Wait. What do you mean I didn't manage to get a boyfriend? What do you mean I failed? Dude, I almost died for you. What the fuck you mean we ain't dating? How? Dude, I was gonna die. I could have been set on fire. I could have died of smoke inhalation. Why the fuck aren't we dating? Fuck it. Safe state. Instead, I use Ryo's uppercut and the door breaks down. This fucking 16-year-old girl just broke through a metal door. I grab Ash by his fucking throat and I drag him outside. As he struggles to comprehend my sudden Super Saiyan strength, I tell him, we are fucking dating, we're gonna go on nice dates, he's gonna do my fucking nails, and we're gonna be fucking happy. He's gonna have to learn to deal with that. We get cake, and I choose what cake it is because Ash doesn't have free will anymore. And we live happily ever fucking after. Huh. I guess I did learn something from Alba. Well, that's the Ash route. It was definitely more emotionally charged than Iori's, but I must question, who the fuck actually likes Ash? Like, I dig the whole villain protagonist thing, and in the fighting games I don't mind him so much, but when you're exposed to his personality constantly and at this level of intimacy, he's fucking infuriating. He's such a little bitch boy. I think I may be willing to do one more of these videos before returning to my actual girlfriend. She's just been waiting in the storage closet for like a while, but I'll get back to her soon. We'll see what happens. I don't know. My pride and my dignity is already in tatters, so I could very well give it another fucking go. Probably won't be hard to figure out which route I'd probably fucking do. As always, I have no idea how to properly end a video, so please, go out there, play an actual fighting game, and get your ass kicked.